The spring season brings a lot of activity around most Georgia farms, and that means using some equipment that has been hibernating all winter. Dr. Wesley Porter took some time to talk about spring startup and even offered watering tips for producers as growing season kicks into high gear. The University of Georgia's Extension Irrigation Specialist has been very busy the last few weeks preparing test plots around the UGA Tifton campus.
So next, it is predicted to be more of a dry, later spring into summer this year. So what that means is we need to really be ready and be prepared to turn our irrigation systems on, make sure they're up to par, ready to go. And we're in planting corn now. You know, if you hadn't already checked your irrigation system and know that it's running well, better get it up and get it going, make sure we have no major problems or issues that are going to cause breakdowns during the season, and be prepared to use those coming up in this following season.
And like most of you with center pivot irrigation systems, Porter said the ones they have at the test plots in South Georgia work very hard during the growing season. He stresses the importance of checking your systems before they're actually needed.
That's right. That's exactly right. The system you can see in the background, we actually irrigated. We had to irrigate this field to prevent some crusting here a few weeks ago. Went to run the system today and noticed that we have a switch that's out on it that wasn't out a few weeks ago. So the lucky thing for us at this point is that it has rained a good bit. We got some more rain predicted this week. But if we were in the middle of peak water use and that happened, we'd be in trouble. You know, we'd be kind of hurting and trying to rush somebody out here to get that system fixed and up back where it will walk and be working again. So
Dr. Porter helps instruct producers when it comes to water conservation and ways of improving water application on the farm. He said the science of technology is greatly refining crop growth and yields.
Continuing court case right now in the Supreme Court that's going on between Florida and Georgia. And we're all, as specialists, we're a little afraid of what the outcome of that court case is going to be. You know, we push technologies and stuff that we'll talk about a little bit later in the program that our producers can use. And we're a very advanced state in the Southeast in Georgia from the standpoint of water conservation, utilization of technologies and all, but it's still there. You know, there's still, when you're in the middle of these lawsuits, sometimes it seems that you can never do enough to ensure that you're protected from that standpoint.
And Dr. Porter gave us some examples of technology that farmers can be using today to help when it comes to watering their crops.
And so when you start looking at a probe such as this, you set your depths, or you can put each sensor on its own piece of PVC pipe. This design here was developed at the University of Georgia, and now it's currently licensed through a company, so it is protected from that standpoint. But what you can do, Aerometer recommends how you can install these sensors on a piece of PVC pipe yourself. And they also sell self-enclosed systems. So depending on what type of crop you're planting, you may determine where you're going to put these depths. So on peanuts, we typically go a little shallower. You know, cotton maybe a little deeper, and corn even deeper than that. So depths can range from 4 inches under the soil all the way down to 2 to 3 foot. We don't see a lot of root development and movement down to the 3 foot depth in our soils here. So basically, we usually truncate ours around the 2 foot level. That's where our deeper sensor ends up being.
Now, if you'd like to get more of Wes Porter's watering suggestions and/or tips on getting ready for the spring growing season, you can email him at the address you see there on your screen. That is wporter@uga.edu.